some of you will get caught up in this trap of constantly learning because you're afraid to sit down with one model, follow the rules, stick to that process, and let it yield whatever experience is intended for you. And then you have a baseline. That's why I could literally give out a model every single day. And some of you want me to do that. But the only thing it's going to do is it's like a dog in a meat market. You ain't going to know what to do. You're going to run around and you just chase everything. Instead of sitting down and say, you know what? I'll just have a filet. Thank you. And I've done that with the 2022 model. I've done that just recently with the silver bullet model. I have lots more coming, but you don't have to have anything else. The optimal trade entry was enough. OTE pattern, the flagship that was on my YouTube channel. That's enough. The 2022 model, that's enough. You can use it in every session. London, New York, PM session. You can use it in London close. You can trade it in Forex. You can trade it in futures. You can trade it in crypto. You can trade it in whatever you want to trade it in. It works. There's no excuse. You have zero excuse not to have some baseline by now. You should have some kind of experience to be able to say, you know what? This works. And I have to work on refining it, but I know it works because I've seen it in back testing, looking at where it has done this in the past. I tell you what time to look for these things to form. That way you're not just going around and looking at charts blindly. Go right to these specific times of the day. That's where it's going to form. For those people that go back in their old data and their old charts and they study that, they see it, they don't need me to do 50 examples of that. They don't need to see me do it live 50 times a week. They're sold on the idea. Okay, there's something here. It merits more investigation because I see the evidence of this thing occurring. It's not contrived. It's not conjectured. It's not made up. It's not fabricated. It's really happening every day. And once you see that, you don't need to have anybody else to cheerlead for you. You know, okay, there's something here. I'm going to mine that. So I give you just a few models so that way you go in and you now start working on the skill sets that are required. Not veering off course, hopping from one PD array, one approach, fair value gap, inversion value gap, breakers, market maker models, buy, sell. There's 1,000 things out there that I teach. Every individual one of them is a model. Every single one of them is an individual model. But I give you, this is the best way to learn. I'm allowing you to pick your weapon. I've opened my arsenal doors. So here it is. Look what I have here. Pick your weapon. But nothing changes when it comes to time. Time of day, these things occur at specific times, certain days of the week, certain weeks of the month, certain month of the year. I'm allowing you to bring your personality, your personal influence, because you're the problem and you're the last puzzle piece. See, some of you are sitting around here, you're writing diligent notes, you're doing this, you're doing that, and that's wonderful. But you're all waiting for that last penny to drop. The last ICT puzzle piece. And then it's all going to come together. It's all going to be crystal clear. Once he tells me this one PD, the 81 PD arrays, final last one. That's it. That's it. That's the Holy Grail. No, it's not. If you walked over to your mirror right now, look at yourself real quick. That's the final puzzle piece. And it's always been you. You're the reason why you succeed, and you're the reason why you haven't succeeded yet. And ultimately, you and you alone are the only reason why you're going to fail. That's not me talking down to you. That's me telling you the way it is. That's just the way it is. Are you coming to me for a constant dose of something new, but have done nothing with what I've already given you?
Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, guys. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Like the stream, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Hop on in, say what's up in the chat. We got market open here in a little under 1 minute. What's up, Sean? Juan, Beast for Speed, good morning. MJ, good morning. Springbok Scalper, good morning. Appreciate it, Springbok. Francesco, Delizzo, Carlos, Ethan, good morning. Kookie, good morning. Aya, good morning. Good morning, guys. Hope everybody is doing well. Happy Monday. TGIM, boys and girls. TGIM. Good morning, Brian. Maki Shrath, Don. What's up, Sean, Maida, Timothy, K-Van Chan? All right, guys. Market just opened up here. Let's hop into some charts. See what we are working with today. Hide the chat box for now. So, let me turn the music down a little bit. Another big new week opening gap this week. Went ahead and mark that out. That's what this white shaded area is. Looking at, obviously, we can just take this up to the monthly. Currently, we're putting in this ginormous wick to the downside here on the April monthly candle. We'll see if this rally wants to continue. This is the weekly chart. Huge previous weekly range that we're obviously working with. Previous weekly range by itself was almost 18%, about 3,000 points. We are close to the previous weekly high and a little volume imbalance right here. So maybe we'll find some resistance there. I will say, I think subconsciously my mind generally tends to lean more bullish on the indices just because I'm a perma bull and I want to see price go higher. So I'm trying not to get too sucked into the idea that we're just going to keep rallying from here, but I do think for the moment things look good for higher in the short term at least. And let's check ES here. We do have a divergence at this high. Did we sweep previous weekly high in the weekly? No, not yet. Remove these drawings. We do have a little divergence right now between ES and NQ. NQ right now has equal highs here, and ES has put in a higher high already. But yeah, man, I mean, as far as a bias goes today, I'd like to say I'm neutral. I like to say I'm neutral pretty much every Monday just because the week is just getting started and we're waiting for data. Slight shallow run of that high here on NQ now. Starting to see price sell a little bit here. I'm going to go ahead and remove the new week opening gap from my chart just to keep things clean. Yeah, man, we've already manipulated London low and London high. Hopefully it doesn't lead to a seek and destroy day today, but as far as news goes, we don't have anything really to worry about. We don't have any red folder news. We do have FOMC members speaking today, which obviously is kind of just whatever. And the only red folder news this week is Wednesday and Thursday. And we do not have any earnings to worry about. We already checked that last week. I want to go ahead and pull up some other time frames here. Yeah, let's do like the 1, the 5, and let's go a 1 hour and 4 hour down here. Something like that. Obviously, big opening range gap today, which obviously includes the new week opening gap. So looking like we're seeing price right now trading into this. Just kind of marking out. First quadrant, right around, we'll call it 130. 50%, just above 19,000 even. You see price is currently trading into a 5-minute bullish gap at the moment here on the NASDAQ. If this short continues, though, I don't hate the looks of like a short to 50% of this opening range gap and then taking out this low here. I kind of like the looks of that. See if this 5-minute. Did we get the inversion on the 5? We just closed. Kinda. I guess we technically did. We did get the close below. So we got this 5-minute inversion. I have a BPR in here now. Five minutes into the open. Is anybody already firing away shorts at this inversion? Just out of curiosity? Let me know. The poll in the chat, we got 58% bullish, 31% bearish. Well, most people are bullish today. No kidding. Ofer says he took the first CISD. Some of you guys are short already. The link to my chart settings. I don't know if Yusef, are you the one that asked in the Discord this weekend? There's no link that I can share to my chart settings, I don't believe, but I mean, it's literally just green up close candles, black down close candles, and the slightest of off gray canvas background. It's I think it's this one. Here's the hex code. But it's literally just there. From the drop-down menu, this. Everyone with the link can view and copy. I did not even know this was a thing. Can view and copy. Whatever. Well, there you go. I think you got it now. Hopefully that works. Oh, fuck. So does this, like... What exactly does it all... So does it copy, like, all my drawings? And all that stuff, too? No? Oh, okay. Someone says, yeah, drawings. Yeah, I turned the sharing back off. I think it does as well, yeah. Yeah, fuck you guys. If you need me to share my chart link for you to figure out the colors of my chart, I would question if your IQ is up to par. Holy cow. Yeah, it's not that deep, guys. It's green and black. It's not that deep. Your chart colors are not going to help you make money trading. I've tried them all. I've tried them all, boys and girls. I've lost on them all, and I've won on them all. I've won on dark charts. I've won on light charts. If it's black and black, I'll just never feel anything. Exactly. Yeah, man, we're gonna push straight down here now. Yeah, if anybody was shorting, whether it be off that 5-minute inversion, like some people said that they took the 1 minute change in the state, I believe. So yeah, you're in some nice profits. I did say I liked the look of the short 2.5 or yeah, 50% of the opening range gap at least, which would be taking out the internal low as well. Yeah, you guys are getting that move here pretty freaking fast. So yeah, if you guys caught these shorts, props to you, I suppose. I'm jealous. Wait for me. Wait for me, Nasdaq. Why you do this? Why must you run without me? Hey, such a good boy. You should come back for me. No, don't do this. Silly, silly boy. Why? Anyway, 8 minutes till macro begins, end of the hour. Yeah, I might have to reassess here. Gonna be waiting for obviously hourly closure, 15-minute close, see where we're at. Who knows how far maybe we'd want to sell today. We got these internal highs, previous weekly high that, ultimately I think we could trade for as well, since we haven't taken that out on ES or NQ. So maybe we're setting up the long into this after this potential Judas swing this morning here at the open. $50% of the opening range gap, boys and girls, about to be hit. Wow, what a freaking clean move, dude. Yeah, if you'd have shorted this 5-minute, what would this even look like? Dang. Yeah, could have got a nice little trade here. Shoot. Shoot. Maybe we go for Asia Stockister. I'm not sure. So I said I was kind of wanting to see these candle closures here as we roll into the top of the hour. Potentially we could see something like that, yeah. Yeah, congrats if you guys took that short. That's a pretty clean move, obviously, so. If I'd have known it was going to move that clean, I'm kind of mad that I didn't get in now. Son of a bitch. I will say though, I'm not a big fan of trading right at the open or close to. Like really like the first 15 minutes of opening range, I feel like I generally don't really perform that well when I do trade in that time. Usually I end up getting faked out, I feel like, or caught in some range. Asia low at 956.5. And then you have, this is just from Sunday's open, just below that as well. But yeah, no, to me, I liked the move to 50% because if we are bullish, part of my thought process as well is, you know, 50% ish of that opening range gap, I feel should show respect, and we hold it. So that's why I said that 50% level looked good, taking out this internal low. So to me, there was some level of logic with that, and now it's a matter of kind of a wait and see, right? Do we keep displacing lower? Are we ready to put in some support at these lows being taken or not? So that is the question, boys and girls. We'll find out here shortly enough, but yeah, man, if you were able to catch those shorts, you're you're like pretty set for the day. Nice little move. Already. 160 points. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's see if we got the juice for Asia. Any SMTs at this point? Great question. Kinda at this low right now currently, but we'll see if that holds up or not. Looks kind of weak for the moment. I didn't realize Asia was as close as it was until I marked it out. We're not very far. Yeah, exactly, Timothy. I'm with you. It feels like generally when I trade like the first 15 minutes of open, I almost always feel like by the time 10 a.m. rolls around, I'm usually sitting there like kicking myself because generally I feel like I usually will take an L and then I'll be mad that I was just impatient and like I chased price in that first 15 minutes and then either got caught in a range or just totally got faked out. So, but no, yeah, as far as price action goes, it was a clean setup for sure. I won't deny that. All right, well, we just took the low out one more time and ES ran those equal lows as well. Macro begins here in about a minute or so. But yeah, for the longs, I do like previous weekly high at 388. So that would be my target. Kind of unfortunate. We got those CPI data highs with the gap up over the weekend. So market did not allow us to trade into the CPI data highs this week. That dirty, dirty little bastard. um, 4-hour candle is pretty much just a doji at the moment. I mean, either way, if this flips bullish, the idea is going to be trading the 4-hour P of 3 going into 10 a.m. We do look heavy on the 15 and the 30. Depending on how this 1 hour closes. Like, I don't know, this could be weak if the 1 hour candle like closes below this previous hourly opening price. I think if we're bullish, we'd like to see it close really anywhere above these levels here. I'm gonna go ahead and delete the opening range gap quarters. We retraced at 50%, so just keep that in mind. That was the purpose of marking that out. So macro is just getting kicked off here. See if there's any more manipulation. Want to grab those Asia lows. London low in close proximity for ES as well. We've already taken it out on NQ, but this will likely drag price lower regardless. Oops. Anyway. A couple of you guys are long already. Brian says he's long off the breaker. Timothy, you took the 1 minute inversion. You already break even. You got O for adding to the shorts. You've got Timothy and Brian going long. George says we need Asia liquidity. We got a little chat battle going on right now. Yeah, I'm trying to wait closer to 10 a.m. as well. Too easy for me to... It's too easy for me right now to say that we could go either direction. My weekly bias? I don't really have one this week. I don't know what to expect. I mean, literally the last 2 weeks are so unprecedented and the range is so huge. I really don't know. I don't know what this week's going to look like. You know, some people could be really bearish or really bullish, and we could just have a totally inside week and go nowhere. That's correct, Yusef. I turned the sharing off. I didn't realize that it like copies every little thing, all my drawings. Here's what I'm avoiding. I don't want to be sharing my chart links and then like I'm just gonna be sitting here off stream marking up shit on my chart, and then you guys are like on your end like little freaking stalkers over there. He marked it for value gap. I'm gonna long it. I'm gonna short it. He marked it out. Oh my god. Yusef, you're fine. You're fine, pal. You don't need my chart sharing. I do appreciate the admiration though. You asked for the chart colors. I gave you the chart colors. When is enough enough? When's enough enough? It's like my ex-girlfriend. They're just never happy. She said, go deeper. And I'm like, I'm all out of pee-pee. Like, what do you want me to do? You know? Fucking A. Just kidding. For all the women watching, that's never happened ever. All right. What's up, Kunalski? Hey, Tyler. So I listened to JCap interview over the weekend. Kind of try to reverse understand his technique. Him adding does not make sense if he's scalping about $50 per account per day. I don't think JCap is scalping. I've seen some of the trades that he's taking. Obviously the ones that he's shared. I don't think he's scalping. I mean, a lot of his positions are framed off of like the 4-hour, like the 1-hour chart, higher time frames. And I think he's just trying to catch the majority of that move. But yeah, here's the thing, guys. It's a little dangerous. It's obviously inspirational what JCap is doing at the moment. And it's cool that he's, you know, sharing it with everybody, or as much as he has. But you got to be really, really careful that you don't let this like subconscious feeling of like this comparison that you need to start becoming, you know, the next JCap. And then all of a sudden you're sitting here like guessing almost of like, when do I need to start adding into my positions because that's what JCap's doing. And look at him. He's fucking making $3 million. You cannot, we talked about this not too long ago, but you really can't rush. He's been trading 15 years. And if you guys have been following, I mean, that was one of the, I watched that recent video as well that he put out. And he made that very clear and stressed that a lot in the very beginning of that video that he's been trading for 15 years. 15. Some of you guys are year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, 5 or less, let's just call it. And you'll sit here and try to do what he's doing. And I'm not saying that's impossible. But it would also maybe be irresponsible of me to not, you know, give you a little reality check as well, you know? Moral of the story is, boys and girls, don't rush your timing. You'll make your $3 million payout when you're ready to make it. Might be your 15, might not. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, 10 a.m. is about to open here in 30 seconds. I kind of think this looks like a potential manipulation lower to Asia with this new 4-hour candle, and then maybe we set up a long. Just gotta be a little careful though. This 1-hour candle looks like it's gonna close pretty weak. I say just gotta be careful because, you know, I don't want to be sitting here like stubbornly forcing longs or a reversal if like we just see price die. For whatever reason. But, you know, looking at like the 4-hour, other than the remaining open portion of the new week opening gap, I don't see reason to go back lower without taking previous weekly high first, honestly. No, I'm not a millionaire yet. Technically. I do have to send the government anywhere from $30,000 to $60,000 on Tuesday though, tomorrow. So that's nice. It's quite the range because last year and then Q1 of 25. I'm no tax expert, but I've never actually paid quarterlies, even though I've been advised to pay quarterlies. And I just like my freaking stupid brain. I was just like, oh, I guess I'm being advised to pay quarterly taxes because it's easier to pay like a little bit at a time versus like one big lump sum at the end of the year. That's I thought the reasoning behind that was. Turns out you actually are getting penalized if you're not paying in as a self-employed person. You are being penalized for not paying in on your taxes quarterly. I didn't know there was actually a penalty associated with not paying your taxes. I guess it makes sense though either way. If you feel like the money in your possession is going to give you a better return than the penalty will cost. But yeah, the more you know. I don't know why I never knew that, but I learned that yesterday. According to you, is Jade Cap FX real? I don't know if you're talking about like a fake account or something, but Jade Cap is real, yes. Yes, I would say Jade Cap is very real. How much is the penalty? It's like a percentage based off of the money you're supposed to owe. Like per $1,000 that you make, something like that. It's I don't know. I don't think it's like a lot, but I guess it depends on how much you make. Obviously, the more you make, the bigger that penalty is going to be. The more you know. But yeah, from the looking into it, I guess, yeah, if you don't pay like 90% of what you owe for that quarterly, that is when that penalty kicks in. So you actually don't have to pay the full amount. But you have to pay close to it if you're not going to get penalized. But like, let's say you were to pay like a portion of it, like 50% for that quarterly, then the remaining like 50% that you still owe on, that is where that penalty would be applied to. Then it wouldn't be applied to the full amount. It'd be only applied to the balance, like the outstanding tax balance that you would have to pay, if that makes sense. That's how I understand it. Yeah, we're pushing up here in this new 4 hour. Pull up this 4 hour candle. Not much of a lower wick on this 4 hour. If this is all that it's going to give, that's pretty crazy. We are displacing higher right now. Might have to look to join this long. We are hitting that 15-minute gap. Yes, I saw whoever said that in the chat. Oh. Here's the thing, though. Like, I'm leaning more bullish already because we already retraced at 50% of that opening range gap. And to me, the draw is that previous weekly high, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and put a buy limit here at 50% of this leg up. And see if it'll offer this to me. And let's see if I just get blown out or not of this position right away. I'm willing to give it a try, though. The reason it would maybe go lower is because we're hitting this 15-minute gap, and we still have Asia low below. So I could get blown out of this. Or I could be an absolute legend. But I'm willing to take that risk. The next question will be is if price will want to give me that opportunity or not. Hitting this institutional order flow entry drill. The first fair value gap. So far showing it respect. How do I feel about price waiting rather than full TP at set point? I'm not sure I'm familiar with the term price waiting. What is that? Yan Bro says it seems going down. Yeah, like I said, I might get blown out of this position, but I'm gonna give this a try. It's a little riskier. It'd be not so nerve-wracking if this 15-minute gap wasn't there, and or if we'd already taken Asia low. This is fine with me. I like the draw for previous weekly high, and we're in this silver bullet macro. So if I lose, I lose. It shouldn't ruin me financially, but maybe it will. Either way, we'll be okay. We'll be okay, boys. All right. I am triggered in there. Let's see. Legend or blown out? I'd like to remove risk as well if we can get one more new high here and let it run. Sandip is short. Yeah, Sandip might get this one. I definitely see the logic for shorter. You could maybe make the argument that I shouldn't be pressing any buttons if I can make the argument for lower still. And I would say that's a fairly valid argument. But it is what it is. Either you're willing to take a risk or you're not. I will say I don't love the way that this is looking right here. It is looking like it might just blow right through. If we don't see price start turning here soon, I'll probably consider taking this off early without a full stop out being hit. I kind of would like to give this to the end of the 5-minute candle though. We got like a little over 2 minutes left on it. And if we create that swing high on the 5-minute, that'd be a good reason to close. It might just blow me out before we to close that candle though. That's the only thing. We inversed here on the 3-minute. This gap here. See if it can turn around here soon. All right, we're back at entry now. Five and 15-minute candle closures here in about 90 seconds or so. Mentally in my head though, like I want to see this be a swing low created for this leg up if we're gonna go higher. So like mentally, even though my hard stop is set here, mentally my stop loss has been moved up. New 15-minute candle incoming in 30 seconds. New 15-minute candle. Ooh. Upper wick here. Oh, you see that flip? Oh, yikes. I don't like that. Wow. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out of that trade. So only half of a stop there. Not quite, actually. Yeah, new 50-minute candle came in. We immediately got that wick higher, and then that flip had a little bit of speed to it. Let's see. I can always rejoin the move if we find support here and bounce. But it was already a little bit more of an iffy trade, so. Back at the 4-hour open. Keep them losses small, right, boys? Small like yo dinky. Keep the losses. Keep the losses small like yourself, and keep your wins like the guy she tells you not to worry about. Can I get an amen? I found adding will give a lot of profits, but blow out 30% or 50% consistency rule. Yeah, the consistency rule is something to keep in mind as well. Yeah, lots of things you gotta account for sure. Yeah. No, yeah, I don't have any I don't really have anything to say off of that, really. That's just the way it is. So, yeah, if you get, let's say a little bit trickier price action with your trade performance, and, maybe you're getting like smaller wins, maybe you're getting like partial TPs, and then it stops you at a break even on trades because we're range bound or whatever. Versus like then you get that one amazing trade that just runs and runs and runs. You had opportunities to add to it, and then like that trade just skews your data, depending on what your consistency rule is that you're working with. It could be tough. Man. I'm a little tempted to flip and go short if I'm being totally honest with you. But I only want to see like these lows. So I'm wondering if it's worth me giving it a try. Obviously, it's always worth it if it wins, right? But like this is all I would want to see. I'm not in this trade right yet. I'm just framing this for the moment. It's tempting. That's all I'm saying, guys. I'm just saying it was tempting. Can a guy think out loud? And that is, what is that? Yeah, we're not really expanding lower either. We're just stuck in this range at the moment. This is bad PA. Yeah, it's kind of looking like that at the moment. But yeah. I mean, yeah, like generating this sell side here and then just like not running it out seems a little sus. We do have SMT with that low with ES, but this is pretty shit right here. You're driving yourself absolutely fucking bonkers right now if you're trying to figure out what's happening with this 1 minute price action. Inverse, not inverse. BPR, not. It's like, yeah, not good. I don't know. I'm sitting on my hands for now. I don't see like an obvious reason to like replay the same long or anything just yet. And yeah, if I was gonna play this short to here, I kind of wanted to see a quick respect of this. What I am watching though would be like, you know, if we get a nice little displacement up here, you know, could play off this. I'll mark it out here like this, I guess. Could play off this 1 minute breaker, extend this across. Here, let me delete some of this. But we need to see price get above here and then trade back into it. Otherwise, yeah, this is a little tricky right now. This is Tilt City for some of you guys, I'm sure. Either way though, I'm happy with that decision to close that trade, regardless of what happens from here. Yeah, I lost about 340 on it by the time I closed it, which was half the risk, so we're a little less than half. Just because this is not the trades, I'm not interested in really being a part of no movement either. We had a trade last week where we sat for a whole hour from one macro to the other. And then yeah, to me, it's just not worth the mental like anguish. Makes me want to troll the chat more than normal. That's the easiest shorts for Asia Low. Well, now that you typed it in all caps, it's definitely true. It wasn't true until you did that. So the fucking easiest shorts, he said. The easiest shorts. Let me tell you guys what's gonna happen. I'm gonna say something like that's a low IQ thing to say. Nobody knows where the market's gonna go. Talking like that is very stupid. And then it's gonna go there, and then he's gonna see "told you so" in all caps. That's what's gonna happen. I'm calling it. No, yeah, I still am privy to this potential long if we see the right setup here. But I agree with Tom. I think the price action is less than ideal at this current moment in time. So if price just stays like this and doesn't give me a reason to push the button, I'm fine with that as well. $10:30 incoming here in a few minutes. here's your 30-minute. Here's what we look like on the 30. I mean, yeah, we're just stuck in range. This is all from opening yesterday. Oops. I may go ahead and replay this. Off this bullish breaker block. I'm going to give this one more try for this long off this. And if it fails, I'll just sit, probably wait until end of the hour, but M&A says never long without sell stops taken. Okay. What do you call these? Were sell stops taken here, M&A, or no? What do you think? M&A, I don't want to offend you in your intelligence, so you tell me, were sell stops taken here? Did we hit 50% of the opening range gap, anime? Trade below New York midnight? Let me know. Let me know, your master. Anime, you know what's crazy is whatever trade I take, you're actually forced to take it. Word on the street is if you don't take it, your whole family actually will die. So that's really unfortunate that you disagree with this trade because you actually have to take it. Or the consequences will be pretty bad. That's crazy. I feel bad for you, dude. It sucks you don't agree with the idea, you know? Like, it's a tough, how do you choose? Like, whole family dies, or I maybe lose a trade that I don't agree. Like, oh my god, it's crazy. Doesn't that suck that you're like forced to take it? I think that kind of sucks, you know, for you. Like if I was on somebody's live stream and I was forced to take whatever trade that they're talking about, I you know what I mean? Like I don't think I would like that too much. So it kind of sucks that you're in that predicament right now. I feel for you, dude. It is what it is. It is what it is, dog. You chose the wrong live stream to come to. You're forced. I'm sorry, dude. I'm fucking sorry, man. All right, let's see what happens here. I'm gonna try this long off this breaker. Basically just reattempting the original idea here to go long here. New 30-minute candle opened up. Like to see it create a lower wick, fill my order, and then we distribute higher. Let's see what happens. No thanks, Amine. No thanks. Amine, I think I'd rather watch anime. I hope you guys know that, like, if the longs play out, whether I catch it or not, I'm about to troll you guys endlessly. Because I already know. I mean, you guys, I'm not even in this trade yet, and you guys are trolling me. So I hope you guys keep that same energy. I hope you guys can take it as much as you're so eager to give it. You feel me? Because it goes both ways, partner. Oh, I'm going to troll the absolute fuck out of you. I can't wait. And I look forward to it if I'm wrong. Because we're not no sensitive little snowflakes around here, are we? Are we? No, sir. Tax season, I don't feel anything anymore. Nothing's real. Fucking Amine. You know what's funny? I should just troll the fuck out of these guys. Like, as soon as they're right, I should just put them in timeout so they can't even say told you so. Oh my god. That's got to be a troll's worst nightmare. They get put in timeout before they can say told you so. They're just absolutely like, they literally implode on themselves sitting at their desk. Oh, crazy. Why are we going higher? I thought we didn't take any crazy sell side liquidity pools. Why is this happening? I literally watched the ICT core content 26 times. Why is this going up right now? What I'm also doing is I'm digging myself a even deeper grave if I'm incorrect. Because you know what, boys? I like it. I like the way that I perform when the stakes are at their highest. Put my back against the wall. See if I give a shit. You know what I mean? Make me look like a total jackass on YouTube live in front of the whole 484 of you. See if I care. You guys aren't real anyway. You're a figment of my imagination. This isn't even me trading right now. This is Patricia. My other personality. No, yeah, everyone's forced to take my setup. That's a thing. Pramathim. Sorry, you told me how to pronounce your name last time. I forgot. That's the thing about my stream is, yeah, everybody that is here is forced to take it. So I understand like why people get upset in the chat. They don't want me to take a trade they don't agree with because they're forced to take it as well. Weird. We're going higher. Am I going to get left behind again? This really has to stop happening. You know what's funny though? If I do get left behind on this entry, I'm gonna look to play something even higher up. Fuck yeah. Because previous weekly high has my name on it. It really does. Fuck, I did not mean to do that. Guys, I'm not joking. Previous weekly high literally has my name on it. Look. See? Has my name on it. Yeah, no, my original position technically would not have been stopped. I did have it below this wick where we did form the SMT. So SMT ran this low, NQ did not. So no, yeah, I would not have been stopped on the original long. I still don't regret taking it off. I know that might sound odd, but I don't regret taking it off when I did. You know, if I had a crystal ball, maybe I would, but the closest thing I have to a crystal ball is the YouTube live chat. You know what they say? Even a blind squirrel finds the nut. A couple times a day. Question about the breaker. Do you always only use the body? Not always. It just kind of depends on how structure looks, but generally, yeah, that's my goal. That's what I'm looking to use is the body, yeah. You can see in this particular instance, that decision is costing me being in this position here. It just kind of depends how things look. That's the discretionary side of trading. Little things like that, in my opinion. Yeah, I guess like Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue, technically, in order for me to beat their records, I would just need to get like over 1,000 people on stream and take a loss, according to the logic of some. But then again, I guess anybody in actual positions of power probably are effing more people at a time than anyone else. So I think they actually would take the trophy there. How do you record yourself and your charts? What's your setup? OBS. Yeah, you know, I just can't believe we're going higher. Amine and Ofer were adding to their shorts and saying no significant sell side had been taken. That's crazy. I just don't get why we're going higher. Why, guys? Amine, where's your stop loss? I at least want to celebrate you getting stopped out. Thanks for making my day better. I locked the account. I'm profit pre-open. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Yeah. Yeah. How convenient. Even worse. Even worse, you're speculating on the sideline without having any skin in the game. That's fantastic. This is why the YouTube live chat is... This is the only downside of streaming, is you gotta literally read what retards say. But Amine, I'm happy to hear that you have your own channel. I'm sure there's plenty of eager people here that are going to be excited to come watch you stream. Why are you swearing, Tyler? You're mad? No, people like you just are annoying. You're low IQ. You don't add any value to... You're not adding value to this live stream. You're not adding value to me. Who are you helping out by the comments that you're putting in my chat right now? Let me tell you. No one. So, what do you want me to? You want me to be nice to you? Is that what I'm doing wrong here? I should be being nice to you. No, Anime. Nope. We're already enemies. Don't come back here now and try to act nice. No, sir. I ain't falling for that trick. You really are like my ex. You little gaslighter. You little gaslighter. Amine, you didn't really say anything like too bad that would warrant me putting you in the VIP room. I just don't like you. So you're in timeout. I think it's your face, honestly. You don't really have like a profile picture, but something about it I'm just not a fan of. Plus that way, if I get entered on this trade and stopped out, you can't say told you so. So it's a win-win for me. don't know what it is, dude. I think maybe it's tax season. I just feel like being a bully to him today. Make bullying great again. He's gone, guys, for 10 minutes. Start your watch. He'll be back. He'll be back. I'm really going to look like a big dickhead, though, if this just tanks, don't I? You know, self-awareness is key. Your trauma projecting is showing good. JK, oh, you were just kidding. Never mind. No thanks, Nacha. E-mini. Yeah, we did, didn't we? We took out these little highs. We took out this high on E-mini NQ. That's nice. I still think we go higher. Although most of the chat was bullish today, weren't they? I'm debating taking this limit off and waiting for the end of the hour due to NQ E-mini running this high, but looks like it may not matter. I don't know. You can see this 5-minute currently finding support off of this structure here. An 8:30 open. I mean, honestly, I think I got left behind on this anyway. I will still look to play this idea long, though. I like previous weekly high as my draw. That's not to be a broken record here, but that's what I've been eyeing up all morning. So perhaps we set up a hourly power of 3 going into 11 a.m. I took the limit off for now. It didn't come fill me anyway. Yeah, we got macro beginning in about a minute. See what we can do here at the top of the hour. Man, I just can't believe we're going higher. JK. By an hour, I cut it off. Yeah, man. This price action's pretty slow. I agree with you guys. Break-even day for Nashty. Yeah, I took one attempt. For those of you guys that just joined or joined late, I did take one attempt long, and I did cut it. I did cut it early as it started trading against me. It was about a little less than half R that I took it off. It was longing off of this structure here, trying to see a push toward previous weekly highs. So now just waiting for the opportunity to maybe, you know, if we're gonna get that move to see if we can join it. So that's really all there is to it, yeah. Not like a ton of great opportunity today. When the stream first started, the best opportunity was literally that 5-minute sell inversion that I, you know, pointed out, and then we just sold off right away, literally in the next 5-minute candle of open. So yeah, that short to those lows and 50% of the opening range gap was the easiest trade so far today. And then you had all these brainiacs in chat saying easy shorts in all caps down here. I just don't get what. Like, where are these people now? All these people that were like easy shorts, all caps, down here. Where are you guys? What are you like? Where's these guys coming back around in the chat saying, you told me so, actually? How come that never happens? It's always the other way around. When they're wrong, they just disappear. And then when they just make stuff up, they say, I told you so. Now's not the time, boys. It's tax season. Fuck around and find out. So what's happening here? Best day percentage of total profit is 486. How can I fix that? What? $486.1%? How can you fix that? Sounds like you fucking sent it. Don't full port, maybe? Left a runner on accident? Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to keep trading. You got to keep trading now. I don't know, man. Shit. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but like, I don't know what you want me to say about that. Yeah. Sorry, boys. Not trying to be brutal. I'm not trying to be one of those guys today. But when you got characters like Amine in the chat, you know, sometimes it just scratches that itch right where you didn't itch, if you know what I'm saying. Oh. Timothy's got a 1% win rate and a 1 to 25 R. Even in hindsight, you can't see any long entries, really? Let me explain to you. I mean, I explained it in real time as it was happening. The logic behind why long. Okay? Couple main components. Component number one is the DOL. What is DOL, you ask? I'm glad you asked. It is draw on liquidity. Draw on liquidity, yes sir, yes sir. So what was the draw on liquidity? We had left something very meaningful intact on a Monday. Any guesses what that was in the chat? Aha. Somebody will guess it, so I'm just going to pretend that somebody already guessed it. Previous weekly high, that is correct. Gold star. Ding. So previous weekly high intact, ES and NQ did not run it. If you've done your higher time frame analysis and you're looking at price, the only reasons we had to go lower, the only reason we had to go lower going into today would be new week opening gap. So new week opening gap, if you extend that into regular trading hours, right? What did we do? Regular trading hours, we trade down into this new week opening gap. Not just to any old level. Not just to any old level. No, sir. What level of that opening range gap did we trade down to exactly? Well, by golly gee. Could it be 50%? Well. Therefore, oh wait, hang on. Let's go on to the next step. Next step. Time and price. What happens at 10 a.m. every single day? Here's what I will say, by the way. What I will say, by the way, is this move is very slow, choppy, and lethargic. This is a slow grind up. Right? It is slow. It is slow. We showed speed to the downside today, and this has been a slow grind up. That's the only thing that's a little suspect about this. All right, I'm just going to say that. Anyway, time and price, 10 a.m. every single day. That's right. Bing, 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 bing. 4-hour PO3, 4-hour open. Right? So we trade down to 50%. We start forming bullish PD arrays to the upside. The draw was already, for me, previous weekly high after this sell-off this morning. So wouldn't you say that there's at least some warranted logic? There's some justifiable logic. At the end of the day, as traders, all we are trying to do is operate in a framework that has, you guessed it, logic. And if you do that more times than you don't use logic, you have a much better opportunity to come out on the right side more often than not. That's right. So I would, if I was a juror on a stand in court, could I defend the ideas of going long? Could I defend it in court? Yes, I could. I don't know if I'd win the case. Might have some liberal jury members or something. Might have Amine on the jury in the jury, right? So might not win the case, okay? But I'd be able to defend it. So that's where the framework comes into play for me. For me. I'm not saying you have to agree with me or use the same framework or even have the same logic or whatever, but that's where I'm coming from, man. That's where I'm coming from, man. God. Sue me. Lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. But yeah, I will say this slow grind is suspect. I think the problem is like, for anybody that's like bearish from here, you guys act like I've been like totally disagreeing with some of the things you guys have been saying and like taking it as like a personal insult. Well, that hasn't been the case. It might have just come across that way because I was trolling Amine. Just like my TikTok. Sometimes I say shit and people like, I feel like some people literally don't have the ability to understand sarcasm. Which is unfortunate because sarcasm is like my favorite language. But you'll get used to it if you come around long enough. Top of the hour incoming here, boys and girls. Top of the hour incoming. And this new hourly candle, that's the $1 million question, boys. How does this new 1 hour candle print? Here is the kicker for the ideas of, and that's why the slow and lethargic move higher matters. Because now when this 1 hour candle closes here, what will we have here on the 1 hour chart? This is just basic price action. What will this be when this 1 hour candle closes? You guys are thinking too hard. Swing high. That's right. This will be a swing high officially. Candle just closed. On the 1 hour chart. So for me, it's unclear at this very moment, to a degree, right? More so than normal. But here's what we're inside. We're range bound right now, right? This is the condition we're in. We have a 4 hour swing high, swing low here. Just printed in this 1 hour swing high. I mean, we're stuck in the middle of this shit. The only thing that's a little bit telling is just the speed at which we're moving one direction versus the other. There's a lot more speed lower, seemingly. From this move, and now maybe we get a measured move back to Asia low here. Something like so, but thanks, girls. Hamanay's back. Oh. All right, Amanay. What do you think? Should we bury the hatchet? Amanay says I can't. Okay, never mind. You're going back in the... Bro. Oh my god. He goes, can't say I didn't tell you guys. He was saying it was going to short from here. And then it went up. Bro, why? I was about to bury the hatchet with you. Why do you say stupid shit? Fuck. I tried. No, I'm sorry. Can't do it today. It's not on me today. Sorry. He's back in timeout. He just got back. He just got back from timeout. That's the first thing out of his mouth. The first thing. I mean, he was wrong. First of all, he was wrong. And then the first thing out of his mouth is, I told you guys. You told us what? What you said was incorrect. What's up, Natasha? Do I use or look at DXY? I used to. I don't anymore. I found myself overanalyzing way too much. Just like I stopped looking at YM. I look at NQ and ES for correlation, and that's it. I don't look at YM. I don't look at DXY, dollar anymore. I understand that the principle is that dollar should be doing the inverse. But I found that when I'm trying to look for everything to be correlated or inversely correlated, I'm just looking at way too much stuff. I overthink. I don't execute on good trades, and I'll execute on trades that maybe aren't even there. So, no, yeah, I don't look at it anymore. Less is more for me, at least. Who's riding these shorts lower at the moment? What's up, JF Trader? Yes, now we're going down. Now we're going down after taking out this high. In the next macro. You know, there's a saying in trading. If you're right about direction, but you're wrong about time, you're still wrong. Right? You can't you can't be like those guys that were calling for a Bitcoin crash months and months and months ago, and then a full year goes by, and then they go, "Oh, told you so." ES is hitting that gap at the moment. ES is hitting this 1 minute gap currently. NQ looking weaker. Put a limit on here. I'm gonna see if I can get filled here at the 80s to go short. to Asia low. There we go. All right, let's see. 1 minute, 3 minute fair value gap. We are getting to the end of the macro here. We'd like to see if we can get in the next towards the end of this 15-minute candle into the next 15-minute candle, that expansion to Asia. And yeah, I would say if this trade fails, I'll just probably walk away and call it a morning, because this will be, I mean, just picture this with me. If this trade fails, like, this chop is pretty horrendous. And I just really wouldn't be interested in trying to force anything else. Turn this off for now. New 15-minute candle, guys, in 2 minutes. Amane's back doing his thing. Amane, you were wrong. I'd like for you to admit that you were wrong. Right here, you said we were going to the sell side, and then we went up 150 points. And then we put in a 1 hour swing high, and then I went short. So, yeah, I'm going to need you to admit you were wrong. I never said long. You never said long. You were saying short when I was thinking of longs in that hour. Amity, I wouldn't be sad if I never saw you on my stream again. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna block you though. If I see you, I see you. Fuck. People. People, am I right, chat? All right, guys. I'm going to roll stop up to break even and see if this can follow through after taking out these lows. Drop ego? I mean, I'm not the one that has an issue admitting when I'm wrong. You don't see me going in people's YouTube live chats saying "told you so." But yeah, I'm the one with the ego problem. How silly. How silly of me. Little narcissism there, I would say. Amine, weren't you supposed to be leaving? Why are you still here commenting? Yes, yes, I was wrong. Happy? Good luck. Yes, let me make sure everybody sees it. Guys, W's in the chat for Amine. He admitted he was wrong. We had to pry it out of his fucking hands, but we got him to say it. Screenshot it now. We might need this for later. Oh, Amine. Anime. What anime character do you think he looks like? I'm picturing him like a Krillin. The only anime I know, by the way, is Pokemon. So I'm gonna say Krillin. Who else was from Dragon Ball Z? Wait, why did I say Pokemon? Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. Those are the two from my childhood that I watched. Definitely not Goku. I was thinking like Krillin, and who's that old guy from the island? He's like that old like guru guy. What's his name? That's who I'm picturing. I'm forgetting his name though. Mr. Roshi. That's it. Man, you guys are good. Is it Mr. Roshi? Master Roshi? Something like that. Anime, you're still here. That's wild. You lied again. You said you were leaving. You didn't leave. You didn't give me this beautiful trade. That's fucked. Now he's trying to take credit for my trade. That's funny. This guy. This guy. The nerve. The nerve. Congratulations, Mind Over Matter. Phase 1 passed, huh? This price action sucks. I don't know. I don't want to put my wrist back on in these conditions, so I'm gonna just, if it gets me to break even, it gets me to break even. It's either gonna go or it's not. Anyway. We had some fun today, at least. Like the stream, boys and girls. Waiting to see if we get this final push. We've been range bound all morning, for the most part. Yeah, just don't want to cut the trade off short. It wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense risk reward wise. That'd be a pretty poor thing to do, in my opinion. But I'm watching ES on my other monitor. ES isn't taking these lows out either. At the moment, man. But yeah, these are the days that are a little bit trickier. I mean, you know, when we're trying to capture some spooling markets and we just kind of get range bound markets, it's really easy also to just kind of, you know, get caught in this chop a lot as well. So hopefully most of you guys stayed safe at least today, and we're just like flipping back and forth. It's really easy to do that on conditions like this in lower time frames. PM session like 1:30. It's going to hit your TP. Is it going to hit my break-even stop first? Or no? Since you know. I'm just figured I'd ask. Save me some brain power. You hope so? Yeah, me too. But every time I've deployed hope as a strategy, it's not usually the best. I feel like I'd be living in a little denial. Price has been rangy. A little bit of luck involved, perhaps, if it just decides to give up the range finally. Fingers crossed, though. No, I'm not copy trading right now. No. Anime's still here, boys. He goes, I talked to the market makers. We decided to give Tyler Asia lows. You're not going to brown nose me at this point, Anime. You're going to have to let me sleep on it, okay? But tomorrow might be worse, because tomorrow I actually have to pay the IRS. You thought my fuse was short today. Oh, fuck, buddy. You just wait. And bury the hatchet, I was wrong. Listen. That's the thing about me, Anime, is I hold grudges. Yeah, maybe it's one of my less desirable qualities, but... God made me this way. Market this morning. Oh, wait, let's do this. Oh, wait, no, chop. Let's do this instead. Yeah, no, chop. What? Well said. Well said, yeah. Yeah, the first tell, if you guys remember when I started the stream, I'm not saying like this is like a told you so moment or anything. But I did say, you know, because we saw London high and low already been taken, and I was like, oh, hopefully we don't get seek and destroy conditions today. And not that this is necessarily seek and destroy, but it's very high resistance at least. We're just slow and range bound, so yeah. Razzie, I've been trading for about 5 years, we'll say. That's true. That's true. What Josh said, yeah. I'm trying to make up for it. And you're not a millionaire? The internet has lied to me. Yeah, what's funny is my first few years of trading was it made me further away from being a millionaire. The fuck? We're about to create some SMT with ES at this recent low. So I may partial below there. See what kind of sensitivity we show at this low. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take some of this off now. Modify. All right, so I took 4 of my 6 contracts off there. Just wanted to see if we'd fall through. I'm going to let this play to Asia, and then we'll see maybe if we want to get 924 as well. The rest of that opening, new week opening gap, sorry. ES just took out this low. That's so crazy. We leave Asia low like that by a tick. What is that, a tick? Is that 1 tick? Oh, come on. What is that low there? 57.25. Almost. Yeah, 3 ticks. No, get down there. Come on. Don't be a tease. We've had enough of that. You can never you know, sometimes you gotta clench the cheeks a little bit with NASDAQ. It's done this to us recently. Get within a couple of ticks and then reverse. It's done this to us. We've all seen it. There we go. There's Asia low, boys. Ah, finally. Now the question is, do we get this or not? I'll give it a little bit of room here to maybe play to it. Otherwise, I'll probably just be fine maybe getting out of the trade as well. Want to see it not mess around too much here. I'm gonna trail to here, and then see if we can get this follow through. I'll just close manually in case we get like a big move through there. I think ES coming up on London low as well. Yeah, London low is being taken on ES as well. What a grinder of a day, dude. Wow. Aw, Kevin. You're so sweet. All right, guys. I'll read the chat here in a second, guys. I haven't been following up with that. Probably missed some stuff. Look at that body. Look at that body respect on ES on midnight. I think that's cool. Does that make me a nerd? All right. Getting ready to cut this off, boys. Yeah. Took it off there. All right. Fully out of the trade now. Oh, man. Got so close. Likelihood is still high that we get here, but I don't know how much this will want to retrace. So, man, crazy. Look at that. Low 926 and a quarter. Oh, man. Literally like 2 points off. That's so silly. Oh, man. Oh, man. What I would expect, though, would be like if this is going to go lower. Yeah, I would like to see these fair value gaps that took out these lows hold and push price lower. Maybe at most like a 50% retracement of this leg or something. But I didn't want to hold through something like this. My trail would have been stopped out anyway above this candle. So that's fine with me. Yeah, good trade there. One loss, one win today. Went long initially. The move did play out. I wouldn't have been stopped out of my long. Kind of would have been a little lucky because we created SMT with ES. But it would have worked out at least to here. I don't know if I would have partialed or not here. I can't say because I wasn't in the trade. I would have been break even at least. So worst case scenario, I would have not made anything and got stopped at break even when it pulled back. But then yeah, caught this short. But yeah, I mean, again, timing is half the battle in trading, right? You can read price and sometimes you're just like early or late or whatever. I don't know. So I know that it was back and forth with like bias and where we're going to go and expand to, but like if anything, hopefully there could be something to be taken away from like waiting for logical moments in time to make those decisions, such as like when we created that 1 hour swing high, right? Like once that 1 hour swing high was created after the 10 a.m. candle closure, it's a lot easier for me to entertain shorts at that point, right? Personally, at least. I don't know. That's the way that I would view it. That's the way that I would explain it. Otherwise, yeah, if I was trying to like force shorts early at the silver bullet hour, I mean, you're getting ran out on repeat, right? Like if you're shorting everything here, like anywhere in here, you're getting ran out. Any of this, you try to short any of this. Any of these shorts, anywhere, ran out. And then, boom, macro, flip to the new hour. New hourly candle starts right here. We get the manipulation higher. Start trading away. Candle flips bearish. And then that's when I look for entry here. Right? I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. But definitely a little bit trickier of a... when you're range bound like this, it can always be a little tricky. So if you are red today or felt like nothing was super clear and you kind of lost your confidence in reading price by the time this trade set up, that's fine. It's normal. You still banked the mental rep and the experience for today. But yeah, that's how we did for today, man. Glad I cut the long off early, regardless of even if this played out or not. I'm very happy with my management today. Despite all the trolling in the chat I did with anime and others. I'm pretty happy with how I managed my own performance today. Let me scroll up though. I missed some earlier messages. See, and then anime says stuff like this. GG Tyler, you're a good trader. May someday you'll be like me. And he wonders, and you get, and then when I say something like kind of mean to him, oh bro, I'm all about positivity. You know, he says just like stupid shit. Like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna treat you like a dumbass if you're gonna act like one. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully I explained my thought process behind it good enough. That answered your question. What do you mean by the macros helped you with the time of the shorts? I got in shorts earlier, but had to close at 1R. Well, like that's what I'm expecting moves to play out, right? Is around the macros, around the end and the beginning of new hours. And yeah, in my mind, the shorts were confirmed more. They were more so confirmed with the 10 a.m. candle closure. Right, so 11 a.m. This 1 minute candle right here that tapped into this fair value gap right here. This is the open of that new 1 hour candle. We wick higher, we show respect, we flip bearish, and then we just start moving lower. Right, so then I just waited for, I didn't get this entry obviously, and I just waited for another opportunity to join the move. Use this 1 and 3 minute gap down here. Took out internal sell side, went break even, and it was kind enough to give me the move without retracing back to my entry. And here's the gap that was created, taking out this recent low. I said, if we do go lower, this should hold, and here we are. Look at that. Anyway. That's really all I know, guys. That's it. That's it for today. Like the stream, guys, if you had some fun today. Appreciate you guys being here. Anime, if you're still watching, hope you enjoyed the shall we call it playful banter. Thanks for keeping the VIP room warm. And Sam says there's a 1 hour fair value gap, NAS CFD, and he said it 4 times in all caps. Sam, you don't need me to tell you. You don't need me to tell you. So, with that being said, boys and girls, I'll be back live streaming here tomorrow, same time, same place. I hope you guys will come back one more time. I hope I've earned your business for one more day. Hope you guys got your money's worth from today's stream. Hit the like button if you'd be ever so kind. That is the only fee that I charge, is that you hit the like button if you enjoy hanging out. But enjoy your Monday, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right? Peace and love.
Sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ chart's on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money, he's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler trades a day trader you can trust. Dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire. With the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.